Welcome to our house, the Gomes House. It belongs from my granny, Helena Mendes Gomes, to my dad, Miguel Arcanjo Gomes, his brother Lucas Gomes, and finally came to us. Welcome to this house. We used to call it Buttercup Cottage. This was the garden which my mother gave her sweat and blood and everything, almost her life, to maintain this garden. The garden was her life. She would not listen, but she would somehow, even in the last days, she would try to maintain this garden. Now it's become like a jungle. There was a guava tree here which had red guavas, and there was another guava tree here which had white guavas inside. And we would climb up. For me, I would climb up the guava tree, go on the roof, and sit on the roof of the house and do my studies. Here, the other thing, there's a Christmas tree here, which was very small, which was in the middle here, and mommy removed and planted over here, which has grown very, very tall. These are all her plants, different types of plants. She had all sorts of flowering plants, as well as different ornamental plants, which were very, very beautiful. Once upon a time, she used to grow vegetables over here. Kosari, Podori, what do you call them? Gods, all sorts of gods, bitter gods, long gods, snake gods, and all that. And ladyfingers, chilies, green, black, tomato chilies, all sorts of chilies, even pineapples. This is the side of the house. Here we used to wash our clothes. We used to get water from a neighbor's well when we didn't have the tap water. We used to get the water from neighbor's well, and we used to sit here and wash our clothes. And this is our outside, called the piggy toilet. Piggy toilet. It was one of the best. The company of pigs. It was very good. Behind was the pigsty. I would sometimes do my studies sitting there, the piggy toilet, the company of the pigs. This is our side of the house. This was mommy's room, window. This is the hall window. This is a gallery. This is the other side of the house, the small lane. We would go all around the house, running, playing hide and seek, catching code, Joel police, and whatnot games we played here. Entrance of the gate, entrance of the house, main gate. These are the collection of some of the pots. Mom had all the plants. There were plants in these pots which died off later on because mom couldn't take care of the garden. They are all dumped here in one corner. And this is one pot. I remember I painted this white and blue color. She used to make me paint most of the pots. As you enter from the gate on the right side, here we had a hand pump. We had a tube well. We didn't have a proper well, so Daddy dug a tube well over here so that we can get our own water, fresh water, which we would use to drink as well as water mommy's plants. So mommy wouldn't let us to go out to play unless and until we pump out the water, fill all the vessels in the house, and water her plants. The pipe is still remaining of that hand pump. So draw the water from here. This is the pipe. This is one of the memories of watering the plants, getting water from faraway wells. Okay, this is something mommy made around the guava tree. to sit, in fact, in the evening time. But then she later on just started keeping pots of plants and other flowering plants. It was looking nice. It was nice during rainy season. It was all green and flowering. It was nice. Now we enter the house. These are the steps. There's a nice design here. Both ways. People sometimes slide on it when it was new. This is our gallery. Got the nicely done pillars. It's beautiful. If you paint them, it looks beautiful. This is the other side of the balcony. It's the roof. That's the date with the inauguration of the house, foundation of the house. And that's the inauguration of the house. I guess it's the same as my dad's baptism date, 12 June 1934. That's the day we used to have the litany of the Sacred Heart of Jesus every year. But last few years, last year of my mom's life, she couldn't have it, and then the house was closed, so we couldn't have it regularly. I plan to continue doing it once I have my new home. I will surely continue to do that. Once we enter the house, this is the main. It was earlier our house number was 30, which was put up over here. Now the house number is 701. Inside. This was our balcony where we had a lot of chit chats with the people passing around, say hi, all the fisher folks, the bread men and Polier and the fisher folks, everyone, vegetable ladies, everyone would come, and we had a good time sitting here, laughing, enjoying, crying, everything, partying. This is the house where the doors never remained shut for long. The doors were always open, always welcoming to everyone. The people here, from my granny to my mommy, everyone were most welcoming for everyone. And it's the same with us. We always welcome people with open hearts. This is our house and the hall. Furniture is all in a mess as we are planning to pack it for the showcase. Mom had kept all the memories of most of the things, everyone's memory here. Wedding souvenirs and everything was kept here. Mom would never throw them out. Kept everything over here for us to remember. This lampshade was given to me by my friends on my 21st birthday, which is still there. There are many things which are still there from my childhood days. This is Mom's altar, kind of. It's a Bible she used to read every day. This is the portrait, and this is our altar, one of the most beautiful altars. The big Sacred Heart picture, we have removed it because as the house was closed and I didn't want it to lose it at any cost, so I removed it and kept it at a safe place. I will bring it back once my new home is ready. I will keep that for my altar. This is a place where Mom always used to sit and wait for our calls every Friday, Thursday, Friday, one of weekends. And from sitting here, she would call the whole world, checking on them, relatives, friends. She would call from here. That was like a means of communication. The telephone was a friend. Like she would talk for hours and hours. Everyone calling and receiving calls from this spot. This was our favorite spot. We go to the small room. This small room was first shared by my uncle Lucas and his family, Tirena and Rajiv. They stayed here in this room. Then they moved out, and then Mommy took over this room. And since she could not go all the way to the toilet at the back, we made this toilet for her convenience, so she could go to the toilet quickly, and she had a difficulty in walking in the nights. So this is her room. This is the maid's bed, which we put up here only. These are things waiting to go. This is Mom's room. There was no fan, but we put a ceiling fan. This is her room. Again, back in the hall. This is the hall window. This is the gallery window. This is the stand which we had for quite a long time with all the photos of our wedding photos there on the stand, which Mommy had kept. Some of them got spoiled because of the rain, moisture, everything. This is our granny, Helena Mendes Gomes. She was a strong pillar, held the family together, very jovial. She was called the jolly auntie of the ward. These are the things, these are the old sofas which we had. This is the rocking chair where Daddy used to sit and read the paper and watch the TV, watch sports and everything sitting here. This was his favorite chair. Now we want to move to the second other room. This is the time is standing still at the moment, but very soon it will start ticking again, and everyone will be back here, and things will start rolling. That's the hope I have. That's the belief I have. The good times will come back in this house. This is our bedroom. This is our bedroom since our childhood. Then it became the kids' room. Pamela, Mark, me, and Ellen. When Pamela went, this was Ellen's and my room, and then finally Ellen was left alone when we went abroad. So many memories in this room. The childhood, we grew up in this room studying and playing around. And Daddy was around, up away. As a family, we grew up in this room along with Mommy. So many fond memories. The hard days, the studying days, without lights, without fan. So many memories. It's really overwhelming. This is our room, our childhood in this room. See, this is Mommy's collection of audio cassettes, which are still there. Loads of them. Now we come into the refectory. It is called the dining area, the dining hall, dining room. Here we sat around the dining table and we discussed everything, good times, sad times, with so many guests at this table, from Canada, from Bombay, from Goa, all cousins and uncles and aunts around the table. So many memories in this room, in this dining hall. Food. The food itself was delicious. Always, we had a good cooks in our house, in our family. We always cooked up some lovely meals. It was not a luxury or posh meal, but it was simple food, but there was so much love in it. There's so many memories with so many guests that visited us. This was one cupboard, we just emptied it, full of glasses. A lot of glasses brought from Daddy, from the ship, the gifts we got, and also from Africa, with I think Canada Martian they had brought a long time back. So glasses from them. This is the view outside Gomes house. This is a wash basin. This is another cupboard on the wall. All the things Mommy has saved and kept. She would not throw anything out. She loved whatever she got, and she cherished and she held on to the memories. She never let it go off. Even our childhood things we still found somewhere. And this is her treasure, her embroidery set still intact. These are the same reels I remember, which she used to use when she was doing the embroidery on the machine. I forgot to show you the machine. I will show you the sewing machine, which is still there, and I will keep it. This is the dining area. This is the area also for us to get up early in the morning and do studies here. We would keep our alarm and wake up and sit here early morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, sit and do our studies. I remember the school days, SSA exams, college exams that we did here. This was the original red cement which we had for the whole house in front, the rooms and the hall entrance. We had this kind of red cement, Portuguese cement. Then we changed it, we broke it and we put the tiles like this. The tiles we put afterwards. Daddy did some housework, plastered the walls and maintained the house, put the taps and everything, did the bathrooms. These are the tiles we put. Then from here onwards, the floor was made of, there were no tiles, they was covered with cow dung. We used to call it shananje. So it's of cow dung. From this area onwards, all these rooms were of cow dung. Then later when Daddy renovated the house, he put red cement all over the place. This is the area where we have the mado, or we call it in English the loft, on which we used to store firewood and all the vessels to make doughs and all the Christmas sweets, doughs and everything. We used to keep those vessels on top. The shiogo, where we used to make shirbodio, and all the steamers, sondur, which we used to store this on top of this. Sondur was to steam. Room was initially used by Tilukas and his family. This was their breakfast room, or they used to have their meals in this room initially. This was their room. There was a mado on top here as well, which we removed later on. Then when they left, after that we converted this room, and Mai used to sleep here in this room till she passed away. She used to stay in this room, and after that, when Daddy was bedridden, he was in this room. This was the bed, and this is one of the antique piece. This is my almirah, which is still intact. Slight renovation, slight repairs needed for this. I will do that once we come back to this house. I will repair it. It's a beautiful piece of art, the marble with the tiles and the bed. It's quite very heavy to move around. This was my almirah. This is the room. The other side is that mado. Other side of the wall is the mado. This one cupboard. Here we used to store our jaggery and all those molds for pinag, all that and that. You can see ricador. All this. My mom used to store this vinegar bottles and all the stuff, cooking stuff. This is my room, we call it. We enter the storeroom. Oh my God, this storeroom there are so many memories in here in this room. This is the storeroom. Behind this wall is the mado. This is the storeroom. This was Alan's cupboard, which he bought. It was in our room in front. Then it was moved over here. This is our chair, which is still there. As a kids, we used to sit on this. There is one rocking chair as well. I have to find it where it is. Maybe it's on the mado. I have to get it down. I need to keep it. These are the things in this corner. In this corner, we used to store the paddy, which we used to grow paddy fields. Rice, we used to grow rice, and that paddy we used to bring it and store it over here. From there we would remove it and boil it and then take it to the mill, and then the rice we used to have it. So it was homegrown. And these are the buyams. In this we used to ferment vinegar at home. Guys used to bring toddy, fresh toddy, and we used to store it in this for 21 days to ferment, and it would become the vinegar, the goan vinegar, purest form of goan vinegar. So this is our storeroom. Then here we used to store mangoes. Tioli has to have a lot of mangoes, and we used to get the mangoes from there, and we used to put it here in the hay for them to ripe. And then in the summer times, April, May, we would pinch on it. Then we used to, if we make Christmas, New Year's and all, this was the place we used to store it. Sometimes we used to lock the storeroom so that we don't go and eat. Even if Daddy comes from the ship, his things were kept here and locked, so we don't get to see what was inside the boxes. So here are the other things Mommy used to store. Out of things are there. Rice and sugar sometimes used to store here. So this is the storeroom. It held a lot of things and a lot of memories in this room. At the end of the house, this is the back door entrance. which is locked at the moment. I will open it later on. This on the right side is the bathroom and the toilet. This was initially our kitchen. We used to have our kitchen over here, and and that side was the kitchen. Tilukas Tirinas, their kitchen over that side. So when they moved out, we made our kitchen this side, and this side we made the bathrooms. So our washing machine over here, the bathrooms here is daddy made for our guests because they didn't have to go to the outside piggy toilet. So he made inside the toilet, and this was the bathroom. And we were so excited when we first got the shower. I mean, we were all excited to have a shower bath. This is our bathroom. This was our kitchen in the beginning, then it made into bathroom. And the washing machine. Here this place, after we made this as a bathroom, we used to have a hen scoop. We used to have hens, chickens, so they used to lay eggs here. This thing was made for the hen, which was a big cage like, and in that there were hens. On top are the pots, pot for every feast or somewhere mommy used to buy. This is the entrance, back door. This is the rogda we have. We used it many times to grind masala for the curry. And this is our kitchen, which was initially Tirina's Tilukas, their kitchen, to which we, during Alan's wedding time, he made this kitchen a little more decent one, more modernized. A little better than the earlier one. Though there was the fire one he removed. There was a fireplace over here which he removed, and this was, he put tiles. It was looking a little neat. This is our kitchen. This was done by Alan during his wedding. This is the grinding stone, pathor. These are the things which are still there. A lot of memories of mommy here. Her cups and mugs. Whew. I'm totally overwhelmed. So everything has a memory attached to it. So difficult to explain. Very, very difficult to explain. So this is our house. This is the back door. This is the sofa. Used to sit in the beach, flip the coconut, just idle around or watch people coming this side. And evening sit in, sing songs. Sometimes you roll out the back. This is the back side path from the bus stop to our place. This side is the road. Here we used to play cricket. Passage we can see from right in front till the end who's come. We used to run from here to there, one to the other, straight. What mischief we had, what fun, what memories. This is the spot, the meeting point of the neighbors. We would bring daddy and make him sit over here so that he could see people. And then mommy would sit here waiting for their bakermen come with the bread, evening bread. So and then all the neighbors would gather here and have a chit chat. This is the place where they used to meet. One used to take a stroll up and down this road. And she would meet all the neighbors over here on this road. All of them would come out in the evening, sit here and talk. This is outside of the house from the road. The banana trees, mommy had grown one tree, but it grew up and we had so many bananas. Even the neighbors enjoyed the bananas. This is the back side of the picky toilet. This is the back side. stairs, cross over to the main road. This is the plot mommy had got to grow her plants and vegetables. That's the garage which Alan may build to keep his first car. This is the back side of the house. This is the pig garage. There was the hole for the pigs to come out from here. No sty, pigsty. We used to feed the pigs over here. We call it dawn. We used to put the dawn for the pigs. That's the outside go and piggy toilet. This is the pig. This is the pig side. The pigs used to be here inside. All dukrans here. I did lot of stuff here, removing the dead pigs and burying them. So there we used to feed the pigs. The dawn used to put over here. From here they would come in and go out. This is the place. This is the gate at the back. This is the gate we had. This is the back side of the house. This is the supper we had. This is the back door end. Should enter from here. This is the supper we had. Here we used to sit and sing all day, all night. Evening time, sit here and sing. We would call out our neighbors on the back side all out. This is the back door. This is the kitchen window. This is Olaf's house. This is Anaklet's property. And we used to play cricket over here. This is our cricket, gully cricket. We used to mark the wickets over here and we used to bat over here, and that if you hit that ball it was 4. If you go above it, hit that ball 2 runs. If it goes above that, 4 runs. If it go beyond that, you're out. That was our rules. If you walk up there, this is the road. The way to the main road, to the bus stop, Tanewada bus stop. This is our house. This is Anaklet's house. This is the back side of the side, of the other side of the house. This is the place where we used to play hopscotch, yes, and marbles during rainy season. Make boats and sand here. Paper boats, play in the water, and there we used to have water, rainwater falling over here. We would keep buckets down here to fill the rainwater for our daily use. Both sides we used to keep pots. It was fun collecting the water. I would attach some pipes to the tin sheets and get the water inside. A lot of things we did over here. Playing in the rains, playing cricket, playing marbles, catching cook, hide and seeks, everything. So this is our back side. This is our supper. A lot of memories here. My mommy and everyone would sit here and clean the fish. Here the fisher folks and the vegetable ladies folks, everyone would come here and sell their stuff. This is the supper. We would sleep and sit and sing and whatever, all the stuff, day-to-day stuff we would do here. So many memories here as well. It's the back door.